Tonight, North Richland Hills police identified the man they say shot and killed his Uber driver. That was him. Police say 30-year-old Kane Roden was drunk when officers found him early yesterday morning. He's accused of murdering a man loved ones described as a husband, father, and a father figure to many. Peyton Yeager spoke with the victim's family as well as a woman who witnessed the shooting. Peyton.
Steve, and the victim, again described as a strong, caring, hardworking individual. I'm told he's been driving for Uber for quite some time. Before that, he was a taxi driver. Meanwhile, here at North Richland Hills Police, investigators are still looking into what led up to this fatal shooting.
A widow and her child heartbroken and hoping for justice. Her husband, 60-year-old Tiharu Diallo, a rideshare driver, was shot and killed by his passenger, according to North Richland Hills Police. Diallo just recently became a father a few years ago, but his family says he's a known father figure to many.
He's seen me through different phases of my life, and you know, it's hard to process that he's not going to be there to experience all the other parts of my life.
Ring video sent to Fox 4 shows Diallo's dark-colored vehicle pass by and then come to a stop out of frame. Minutes later, just after midnight Wednesday morning, North Richland Hills officers rushed to the neighborhood near Smithfield Road and Mid-Cities Boulevard. Lauren Shoffett says she witnessed the shooting. Her dogs woke her up, so she went outside. A dark-colored vehicle was parked in the street, and the driver's side door was open.
I saw a man come from around the passenger side, around the back of the car, and I saw him shoot. Two hands. Looked almost like the stance. And I saw him shoot, heard it, saw the flash, and I ran away.
Police say the rideshare passenger was 30-year-old Kane Roden, who now faces a murder charge. Roden was highly intoxicated, according to officers, and a firearm was found next to him when he was arrested. A motive is still being investigated. Neighbors tell Fox 4 Roden lives just feet away from where the shooting took place, so it's unknown if Roden was being dropped off or picked up. Uber working alongside detectives during this investigation. For Diallo's loved ones, they know the 60-year-old was killed on the job trying to provide a living for his family.
All he do is just to go work, you know, take care of his family. Somebody that we will miss, but we will never forget him.
Roden, the suspect, remains in the Tarrant County Jail this evening. Again, he is charged with murder. In addition to murder, he is also being held on two outstanding charges from a different law enforcement agency here in North Texas. That includes a violence against family charge and also violating bond and protective order charge. Roden does have a criminal history, according to public records. Some previous charges include aggravated assault with a deadly weapon and terroristic threat of a family household. Steve and Heather, back to you.
All right, Peyton Yeager, thanks.
Police are looking for a man who grabbed a TCU student and tried to sexually assault her near campus. The university released a surveillance photo of that attacker. Officials say anyone who comes across this man should call police immediately. Fox 4's David Santendry joining us now from Fort Worth. David.
Yeah, Heather, that attack happened in a quiet neighborhood that backs up to campus. It's a spot where people say it's quite common to see TCU students walking around. For TCU's 13,000 students, the nearby Park Hill neighborhood is a go-to spot to take a stroll.
We wave, we just make sure that they're safe, and we take care of each other.
Even before Christy Mayfield lived here, she walked here as a TCU student.
This was on my every evening walking route.
Now, the neighborhood is coming together after a sexual assault of a female student who was walking here Thursday morning.
Any type of potential predator in our backyard makes us all a little bit more cautious about what's going on around us. And I was just at a neighborhood event, and that was the topic of conversation. What can we do to make these people feel super safe in our neighborhood?
TCU shared this photo of the suspect with students, faculty, and staff. Fort Worth police say the suspect grabbed the 21-year-old woman around 7:30 a.m. in the 2400 block of Winton Terrace East, attempting to assault her. Neighbors say the student ran to a nearby home for help. Police say the suspect ran away northbound.
This is such an isolated incident, but that's the thing. If it's unexpected, you have to be aware for it anyway.
Mayfield says the terrifying attack now leading her to share safety tips with her own kids about being alert when they walk.
This morning, I just said, I'm sorry, girls, I'm going to interrupt you. Take your ear pod out. Only wear one. I'm going to be a mom today, and I'm going to continue to do that. Get the message out. Be aware. And if you have both of your headsets in, you're not aware.
TCU sent us a statement saying it's saddened by this attempted sexual assault, but it is grateful for Fort Worth Police Department saying that they took quick action. Of course, if anyone has information about that person we showed in that photo, you can give Fort Worth PD a call. Heather, Steve, back to y'all.
All right, David, thank you.
A mother and son will both cross the stage at TCU's graduation this Mother's Day weekend. The two say they shared late-night study sessions and strengthened their mother-son bond while chasing this dream. Fox 4's Deion Anglin is live with their heartwarming story. Deion.
Hi there, Clarice. Well, it is graduation season and the start of Mother's Day weekend. And this year, both hold a unique meaning for the two grad students here at TCU.
I'm feeling excited, a little bit nervous.
TCU master's degree candidate Brandy Fields is ready for the big moment.
I was a manager for the football team, joined a fraternity.
A fellow graduate, also earning his master's, is a pretty familiar face on TCU's sidelines. He's graduate assistant and athletics equipment manager Kyle Fields.
So it's been fun to attend tailgates with him, to see him in action at his sporting events.
They are mother and son. And their unique story began in Southern California, where Brandy and her husband, a retired LAPD police officer, raised Kyle and his younger brother until Kyle went off to college.
I did a bunch of tours after TCU, but none of them really quite lined up to it.
As a new freshman Horned Frog, Kyle was in awe. Little did he know, so was his mom and newly retired dad.
Then they were like, hey, we're thinking about moving out here, and the idea kind of excited me, to be honest. I'm definitely a homebody, and I wanted to be close to them.
Once settled, Brandy made a decision to go back to college. Kyle earned his undergrad degree in just 3 years.
We decided to move to Fort Worth for a bunch of reasons. You know, it was time for my husband to retire and be near his family. I had just lost my mother due to COVID. I liked everything Texas and Fort Worth had to offer. It really felt like there was just a calling.
Brandy is getting a master's in business administration. Kyle in liberal arts.
All the stars aligned perfectly. The first, for us and our family, you know, graduate degrees, mother-son, Mother's Day, graduate programs, graduating together.
I want to take what I learned here and kind of use it. I would like to do something sports adjacent. Sports have been a big part of my life since I can remember.
The fun part?
Oh, yes.
They'll walk across the stage in matching shoes.
It was pretty fun for him to say, hey, I got us matching shoes for us to wear to our graduation ceremony. And I was like, wow, I'm not too old to wear these, but okay, if you think I can rock it, we'll try it.
Well, I asked Brandy if the graduation and post festivities will be a precursor to a big Mother's Day celebration. She said, by Sunday, I am only going to want to sit back, put my feet up, rest, relax, and have some tea. I'll bet she'll get just that and then some. Clarice, back to you.
Well deserved, and so proud of both of them. Deion, thank you. With more on Pope Leo XIV's background, let's join Fox 4's Casey Stiegel live outside the Cathedral, Guadalupe in downtown Dallas. Casey.
Clarice, good evening. Robert Francis Prevost may have been born right here in the United States, but he spent much of his clerical life abroad working for the church. And tonight we're learning more about the new pontiff from people who are closest to him.
As scores of Catholic faithful in St. Peter's Square celebrated and shed tears of joy in response to their new Holy Father being chosen, exactly 4,826 miles away in Chicago, where Robert Prevost was born and raised, the jubilance is equally palpable. Just ask his brother.
Actually, there are no words. It's overwhelming pride. But it's also overwhelming responsibility. Being the first American Pope from Chicago and a relative, frightening.
Prevost came from a devout Catholic family, but he earned a math degree from Villanova University in Pennsylvania. From there, it was back to the Windy City, where he returned to school and graduated from the Catholic Theological Union. Prevost spent time working as a substitute teacher at St. Rita's High School.
Some of our students here have met Cardinal Prevost, now Pope Leo. Our phones have been blowing up with the entire Augustinian family.
We saw the white smoke, so the kids were excited. And then when it came, and you could hear the whole school go crazy.
The 69-year-old then left Chicago and spent more than 2 decades of his life as a missionary in Peru. That's where he became bishop and ascended within the church. But for those who have been in his orbit from the start, they just know him as Bob.
I emailed him on Tuesday and just said, Bob, we're praying for you and for the Holy Spirit on the Cardinals. And he just said, thank you, Tom, keep praying.
On Thursday, those prayers were answered. Pope Leo XIV is known for being fairly private. Some describe him as similar to Pope Francis, stressing the importance of inclusivity for more than the 1.4 billion Roman Catholics worldwide.
So while there's a sense that we're proud he's from Chicago, we're proud that this is the first Pope from the United States of America, of course that's a sense of pride, but Pope Leo XIV is first and foremost a child of God, and that means he is here to serve all of God's people.
And you can bet, as he assumes this new role, he's got a legion of supporters back here at home who will watch in awe.
He loves life. He loves people. He is someone who we know as a brother, and we just think he's the best. We can't wait for the world to see what we know.
Can you imagine? All right, so we've got 2 little fun pieces of info to leave you with tonight. Number one, his brother says he spoke to him not long before this all started and asked him if he had streamed or watched the movie Conclave. The now Pope said that he did. His mother was a Red Sox fan. His dad was a St. Louis Cardinals fan. He's not a fan of the Cubs, though. He says he is a White Sox fan. Clarice.
All right, now it's official. Thank you, Casey.